What's good, people? Welcome back to another special episode again on my channel. So if you've been following me for a while now, you've watched me stake Solana in Solflare, and it's been a month since we first initially staked some Solana. So today what we're going to be doing is a 1 month update to kind of show you what's been going on with that staking pool. And in addition to that as well, I will be adding more to my staking pool because of what's going to be coming soon. So I'm going to show you what has come in terms of rewards and why I like that and why I'm adding more. So let's get right into content for today. So as you can see here, I'm on Binance right now and I will be sending some Solana over to my Solflare account. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now with you all with me. Be careful with how you send your cryptos and how you invest your cryptos, and overall just how you protect your asset. Something I'm going to be looking towards in the future is getting a hardware wallet. So if I remember when we made the first video about Solflare, in order to make an account, you had two options. You could either do one online, which was going to give you the public and private keys through a TXT file or a JSON file, and you could kind of have that set up, or you could have a hardware wallet, which is basically a cold wallet, meaning it's not connected to the internet once you unplug it from your computer, so that a hacker cannot actually reach unless they can physically get to that hardware device. So a lot of billionaires, investors in cryptocurrency invest in hardware wallets a lot because they just see it as a more safe option, especially with hackers. So definitely consider that. If I end up getting one, I will let you all know, and I'll let you know which one I do get as well. So right now we are just, kind of waiting to see. Oh, there we go. Boom, amazing. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be creating a new staking account. So someone asked on my channel very recently as well, is it possible to add more to the current staking pool that you have? So I looked at it. It doesn't seem like there is a way to add more to this staking pool. So it seems like there are only two options when you come back to your original staking pool, right? There's a split and there's an undelegate. Split, basically what it does is you're able to split whatever Solana coins you have in that account into a different account. So split will create a new account and you tell it how much Solana you want to use to create that new account. So that's not what we're trying to be doing today. The other option is undelegate, which is basically terminating the staking and just stopping the process. And that's not what we're going to be doing today again. So let's jump into the rewards of the past month. So as you can see here, this is the rewards tab. It basically shows you just as what's been going down. And something really quick that I want to point out here is I've been getting 7-ish% APR. Every single transaction or every single reward has a process. So it's called an epic. This is basically when you actually get rewarded after a certain amount of time has allotted. If you pay attention to this, I usually earn right around 0.024 or 0.25 Solana every 3 days. As you can see here, 10:05, 13:05. So that's a 3-day kind of period of time. And if we come down here as well, 16, 18, 21, 25, 28. So on an average 3 days, right? So relatively straightforward there. So what we're going to be seeing is 0.024 Solana every 3 days for 1 month. So we have 5 here, we have another 5 here, and then we have 2 here. So that's 12. So 12 times 0.024, 0.288. So that's a little bit over a quarter of a Solana. So 0.288 is a quarter of a Solana, and that times 40, which is the price of Solana right now, is right around $11 or $12. So in a month, I was able to earn $12 from Solana in today's current value, right? So that is pretty nice, I would say, for something that I didn't really do anything for. It was just kind of sitting there and it gave me $12, and that's a sandwich in a month. If you want to buy a sandwich, or if you just want to keep compounding your money, you can continue to do so as well. So honestly, I think this is very rewarding, and I think it is a good opportunity to earn a lot compared to a savings account. So this was right around 38 Solana coins. And if you had this in your savings account, you most likely wouldn't have earned even up to $1 up at this point. So this is definitely very, very powerful. I would say definitely 1,500%. Solana is something to be long-term staking in. So we're going to go ahead and add more from the balance that we just got today to a new account. So we are going to do 11 point, we're just going to do 11 and keep the 0.4 for the fees, because there are always some fees whenever you make these transactions. So it's not a big deal to just leave some, okay? So we're going to go ahead and create this new account. So if you wanted to add more, basically what you got to do is create a new account, right? And then when you create that new account, it's going to be set up and you can delegate that account is the next step. So we're going to give it a second here, because there's always some 1 or 2 minute delays when showing new staking accounts or changes to current ones, because that's just how the network processes things. So we're going to go ahead and give it a second here to load. While we are waiting, let's talk about the just market overall, right? We'll use this to get some amazing content. So Solana again is, pushing around the top 15 in the chart, which is very, very amazing, especially for a coin that isn't as popular as the rest of the counterparts in the top 15. When it comes to, Chainlink is pretty popular. Litecoin is super, super popular. A lot of people call it the silver of the cryptocurrency market. Uniswap, pretty popular in the crypto world. Not as much with the average investor. But we have XRP, super, super popular coin. A lot of people, everyone knows it. Basically, everything in the top 8, I would say, is of super popular. When I mean popular, I mean the average person that's not super, super invested into the cryptocurrency world may know of it, right? Like Dogecoin, the average person knows Dogecoin at this point. It's become a meme on the internet. If you've been on the internet at any point, it's very likely that you know what Dogecoin is. So that's something that's super interesting. And one more thing I wanted to talk about, I always keep mentioning this, but the market is continuing to move sideways. And this is super huge because it's kind of trending upwards when it comes to the resistance. As you can see here, the lows are, and we are just looking at a 1 month period. So this is very short term, but it's something to still consider, right? So overall, we are moving sideways. It doesn't seem like as drastic as this period of time. This was the whole Elon Musk and China ban and everything else craze going on in the market. So this period of time was very, very interesting. So we saw this correction, right, happen. And I think that correction was actually pretty important and necessary for the market, because it just shows now that there is more resistance in the cryptocurrency market when it comes to who fundamentally understands the cryptocurrency market and the value behind it. That's basically what I think. I think a lot more people believe in cryptocurrency, especially with inflation going on right now, and a lot of cryptocurrencies losing value. Very recently as well, that I want to mention, Venezuela actually, their currency is now backed by Bitcoin. So that's huge news for the cryptocurrency world. If this study or case study is able to work for Venezuela, it will make a trend when it comes to the rest of the world and how they invest into cryptocurrency. A lot of countries are already developing their own, so it's something to also keep in mind. So let's go check on Solflare and make sure again. Hey folks, so it looks like we are ready to go. The Solana that I sent over is now situated in a staking account, so we're going to go ahead and delegate this now. So really quick before we go into this, I want to see what I should be delegating to. So look at the list of validators. It looks like these are doing pretty well. So someone asked a question about getting skipped when it comes to getting rewards. So my understanding is there's something called skipped blocks, meaning potentially 0.4% of the staking pool will not get rewarded at a specific reward position, or at a specific epoch is I think what it's called. So don't quote me on that fully. That is my current understanding of what that is. I may or may not be right, but I think that's what it has to do with. Anyway, it seems like these top two may be a really good one to stake with. They do have a lot of Solana in staking with them right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick Scrooge. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit delegate now, go with Scrooge. And then here we go. So we're confirming our transaction to stake 11 Solana. Transaction completes. And typically what happens is it takes a little bit of time for it to actually propagate here. So we're not going to quite see that yet. So it's going to take some time, and then we're going to see the final results when it's finally delegated. Typically what happens is it takes 1 to 2 days to get active. So I don't want you, when you set up your thing, you don't quite have to wait for it, because it's not going to take a few minutes. It's going to end up taking 24 to 48 hours for this Solana to settle into the delegation pool and for your thing to actually start getting rewarded. So once you get to this point, you're pretty much done. You can kind of wrap up and, track the days that you've basically, your starting point. So this is going to be your starting day. And then what you want to do from now on is just keep track of the rewards you're getting and seeing, is it worth it, tracking it, making sure everything is all right. As you can see here, you're able to see what's going on and check out the rewards as well. So anyway, this was just a quick update as to what was going on with the original Solana that I staked, and I just wanted to show you how to add a new staking account if you wanted to stake more Solana. So definitely, if you found this helpful in any fashion, make sure you smash that like button, because it helps me to continue to make videos like this for everyone. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, because I will always be bringing valuable content, especially about our favorite coin, Solana. Once again, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.
Don't speak to no one but the facts to the masses.